So when I started playing guitar, I was looking for something that was going to make it easier for me. When I started playing lead guitar, I got a little overwhelmed because there's just so many options and so many scales, so many modes, different things. And then I found this thing that I thought was really awesome, and I wish I was shown this years ago. Today what I'm going to do is show you this. We're going to focus on one area of the fretboard. It's going to be two basic shapes. We're going to put them together, and what that's going to do is give you guys a really cool options to play some really soulful lead parts. It's going to be something not complicated. I'm going to show you where to find it in any key when you play. So whenever you guys are playing in a jam situation or in a band situation, you can play this area of the neck pretty quick and start pulling out some really cool lead solo parts. My name is Shane. Let's get started on this today. Here we go. This is going to be in the key of A. If you guys missed the lesson last time, I did another variation of this. This is going to be with kind of the same backing track, but in this time it's a 1, 4, 6, 5 chord progression. You guys can grab it down below in my Patreon if you guys want to. So what we're going to do is focus on an easy shape, 2 easy shapes to be exact. So the first thing we want to do is find the A note because it's in the key of A. We want to find the A note here on this B string, right? So the A note is going to be right here on the 10th fret. So it's super important that you guys start learning the fretboard. So here's your A note. So we're going to make an easy triangle shape. So just these notes here. And what these notes are is F sharp, A, and B. So it's very important that we start learning this. So what this is going to do is allow us to play in a major context over this A progression. So keep in mind this really only works in a major context. So what we're going to do is play this right here. We can vibrato here. We can bend. We can slide into it. Okay, so that's the first little shape. So it's super easy. It's just the 3 notes, just super 3 notes. So F sharp, A, and B. So basically this is out of the 3rd position major pentatonic scale. That's really all I'm going to say about it. I don't want to say too much, but that's where it's coming from because we're just using a piece of this to give you guys some good options to start playing lead parts. So the other little shape I want to show you connects right here with this B note. So if we take this, we've got our B note right here, right? So the next thing we're going to do is play this little pattern. What this gives us is B, C sharp, E, and F sharp. So if we play this and you guys notice, it starts on F sharp and ends on F sharp. So a little bit of music theory real quick. F sharp is the relative minor of A. So that's why this works really well and why this little pattern fits really well. So if we go backwards, again, that's why we can do that, because now we have this really cool little pattern. This pattern here is actually part of the 4th position A major pentatonic box. But when we put these together, we all of a sudden have this cool little pattern that we can start using and playing lead. And the progression track I've got, it goes back in the 1 and 4, so A to D, and then we switch to the 6 minor, which is F sharp minor, and then it goes to a 5 chord. So when I'm going back and forth here, I'll slide up here to this note right here, this C sharp. And you can bend this up just a half step because this is D. So for bending, you can do a whole bend here on the B all the way up to the C sharp. And then you can resolve it to here, to the A, because every time we're coming back to the A, it's going to sound good because that's the root of the key. And what I'm doing here is I'm just sliding and I'm catching it. Here's another little trick you can do when you're playing this little shape. Since this is A, you can pull a little B.B. King type little thing and come up here and hit this A note. This is going to be all the way up here on the 17th fret. This is A also. So for example, you could be doing this. So some tricks you can do with this A, you can do hammer-ons. So I'm hammering on from up a half step. You can slide in from the D to the E. Do some little vibrato. You can hammer here. All those little variations work. Okay, so here's a little example of me playing along with this. So I explained that you guys could play this with any key, any major context. So here's how you do it. So this is your A, right? Let's say we want to play it in the key of G instead. So we find our G note. So our G note is just 2 frets back. Here's G. It's the same little pattern. So if you're rocking out here in a G, that'll work just fine. Basically, all you need to know is you need to know the key that you're playing in, and then you can use this little pattern really quick and just be able to play lead parts really fast. So F, all that works. So just keep that in mind when you're playing there. Okay, so just remember, once you guys have this little pattern down, all you have to do is find the note and the key that you're playing on here on the B string. And once you know that, you can use this pattern shape and play it in any key in a major context. You guys have a great day. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.